Italy's naval deployment to support Gaza Flotilla amid changing political landscape. In a significant shift in political stance, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, a key ally of President Donald Trump, has dispatched an Italian warship to aid a flotilla aimed at breaking the Israeli blockade of Gaza. This decision marks a dramatic departure from her previous support for Israel, highlighting the evolving dynamics of the Middle Eastern conflict and its influence on domestic politics across Europe. While Meloni has been critical of the flotilla, labeling it as gratuitous, dangerous, and irresponsible, she has nevertheless taken action by joining Spain in sending naval support. This dual move from Italy and Spain showcases the complexities of international relations where humanitarian efforts intersect with national standpoints. Meloni has clarified that the Italian Navy's military intervention is not defined as a form of aggression, but rather as a safeguard for Italians participating in the flotilla, which has included well-known figures like climate activist Greta Thunberg, stirring unease among her political base. Meanwhile, opposition leaders such as Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez have adopted a more aggressive stance towards Israel, pushing for concrete sanctions and a ban on Israeli participation in international sports. The shifting public sentiment in Italy, driven by protests against the violence in Gaza, appears to be influencing Meloni's approach. Thousands of citizens have voiced their discontent in recent demonstrations supporting Gaza. The flotilla, consisting of hundreds of activists, set out from Italian ports earlier, aiming to challenge Israel's naval blockade after witnessing drone attacks on their vessels in international waters. Concerns about safety have heightened as Italian Defense Minister Guido Crosetto reassured that the intent behind sending the naval vessel is not to provoke Israel, but to protect its citizens. However, there are implications that Meloni's actions could be a political maneuver in response to the escalating calls for recognition of a Palestinian state in Europe. As criticisms from the public and EU officials mount, Italy's involvement may suggest a shift towards more active engagement in humanitarian crises, despite tensions with its traditional allies. The Italian government's proposal to mediate the situation by distributing aid in Gaza was rejected by flotilla representatives, indicating underlying political motivations. Nevertheless, lawmakers associated with the flotilla remain adamant about overcoming the blockade and are considering assistance from the Vatican. Underlining the complex geopolitical landscape Italy navigates at this crucial time.